Hi there, in this video my goal is to make your next holiday to Bali a wow experience, a nice mixed bag of adventure, deep cultural experiences, pristine beaches, non-touristy beaches, incredible sunsets, amazing dinners, all different kind of things, and also to go deep inside nature, waterfalls, some adventure like rafting, climbing Mount Batur, and also the neighboring islands of Bali like Nusa Penida, which is my favorite. I will explain all that why. You can swim with the manta rays, you can go to incredible crystal clear beaches, everything. But this video, just a word of warning, is going to be quite long because I want to cover a lot to really make sure that you have that amazing wow experience for your next holiday to Bali. So what I have done is I have categorized them and put them in the description, the different points, so you can just skip to a point if you would like. Why should you listen to me? Because I'm a travel organizer for the last 10 years, organizing holidays to India, Thailand, Bali, Vietnam, Cambodia, and also Philippines as well. And I just came back from Bali after living 3 months, and I'm going to Bali from 2008. Basically, that was my first time. Every year, twice a year sometimes, and staying months. And I just came back from Bali to Krakow, this beautiful Wawel castle. Here we are settled, and I thought this time I would really share my experiences with you. And also I met a lot of travelers who had scams, who had many problems, and going back from Bali with not a beautiful experience, which made me and Anya very sad. And I decided to do this video to help you to have an amazing experience in Bali. So I've made some points, actually lots of points. So in this video I have also attached a guide, a PDF guide, which you can download. Sorry, that's my mic actually trying to stand. What to expect in Bali. So the first time you're going, so when you go, do not expect that, oh, it's already beautiful nature, greenery everywhere as soon as you land, and also there would be pristine beaches everywhere. No, it's not going to work like that, because a lot of different parts of Bali has become really overcrowded, unfortunately. But I will help you in this video, as I said, to move away and recommend amazing places to stay, which will guarantee pretty much to give you an authentic travel, the real Balinese experience. Okay, so now the travel tips. The first point is where you're going to stay. Bali is, as I said, has plethora of really characteristic themed places to stay. You can stay in a homestay, very good quality for $30-40, amazing experience with a family, which also I have done many times and is one of my favorite things. Also, you can stay in villas for $50, $60, $70, $90, amazing villas with, of course, your private swimming pool. You can get private swimming pool even for $60, honestly speaking, but of course depends on which area. So what I recommend, I have listed some places to stay on this in my guide, so please download it, but also where to stay, what region, which is very important, because people just look for cheap. And I have met so many travelers, trust me. Even just few days back when I was there 2 weeks ago, I met some people from London, and they just booked some cheap deals, and they ended up staying in Legian, and they had no idea about real Balinese culture. They didn't have a good experience, good impression about Bali, and that made me so sad. So what I recommend is that, of course, you will find very good value deals, but first you select the areas. First area is, for example, Canggu, which is full of rice fields and also very close vicinity to the beaches. Now that belt, sorry about the noises, but that side of the beaches are not the best beaches. It's south of Bali, but it's still amazing places to stay, really great experience on those beaches with sunsets and all that. So I highly recommend Canggu and surrounding Tanalot, that surrounding area, because also you would stay in villages. Also Ubud, but not in the center of Ubud, around Ubud, 1, 2, 3 kilometers around Ubud would be a definitely very wise choice. For example, for our tours which we do, the travel for the travelers, about 15 people, we stay in a villa overlooking the forest in Ubud, which you walk down and there is a water stream and a waterfall as well. So it's really unreal. So I recommend that sort of places to stay if you can afford. Usually it would cost you about $100, $120, all depends on your budget. Also another very good area is Uluwatu. We were staying also a month in Uluwatu in our last trip, and of course it was amazing because Uluwatu is high up and it's all the cliff views, and also gives you access to the best beaches of Bali. So that is about the accommodation. Next point is about temples. Believe it or not, there is over 20,000 temples in Bali, and I'm not asking you to visit obviously all of them, so it's not possible obviously, but what I wanted to say is that it is of course recommended. I will also put I have put already in the guide some of those must visit temples according to me, because I've been to many times with my travel groups. And one of them is Tampang Sering, which is the holy water spring. Yes, there are tourists, but it's very nice experience. Also Uluwatu temple, be careful with the monkeys there, very notoriously bad, those monkeys there. But why the temple? Because from the temple you get the whole cliff view, which is something very nice as well. Also there are some other temples also which I have listed, but what I wanted to say about those temples and those temple ceremonies is, since I am recommending you to stay a bit in the village areas, authentic areas, you can easily go to your local temple, watch a nice temple ceremony, connect with the local people, talk to them. They're very, very nice and open-minded people. One of the nicest people you will meet, I promise. And you need to be open-minded as well. You need to smile as well, and you will receive the smile back for sure. And it's a really heart-touching experience when you connect with local families. Trust me, it's an amazing experience. Now about the waterfalls. Now Bali has amazing waterfalls, and all different types, all different styles, deep inside the jungle, but they're all spread around actually. So the famous one is Tegenungan waterfall, which is pretty big, huge waterfall, but also there is a huge number of tourists as well. Of course, you know, you are a tourist as well, I am a tourist as well, but the thing is that, of course, don't want to go to a place which is overcrowded, do you? Of course not. So, and especially when you're trying to have authentic holiday experience, definitely not. So I have listed quite a few waterfalls which is not so far, within 1 hour, 1.5 hours drive. For example, Kanto Lampo, look at my own photos, unbelievable experience. But also not only just take photos, but go to the left hand side where the locals are swimming, bathing, washing. You know, you can just take part and have fun with them. So you have to kind of be open and indulge yourself with the local people and with nature. Go in the deep inside a bit. As I said, you will see left and right. There is possibility to go away from the other travelers and have a very beautiful, peaceful experience inside nature. Also there is Aling Aling waterfall. There is many waterfalls, but they are also north of Bali. So I have listed them and also given some of the Google Map locations as well, so that you can easily find them and plan your day ahead. But as I said, definitely it is worth going to those waterfalls, and I would recommend at least go 1 or at least 2 waterfalls. Next point is rice fields. Rice fields, of course, Canggu area, Ubud area, Mengwi. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. I don't know why. But anyway, lot of areas. There is like beautiful green rice fields everywhere, and it is the characteristic place. Now there is the most famous one, which is the rice terrace one, Tegelungan Tegelungan rice fields, which is a UNESCO rice field as well. Go there. lot of tourists, but also go to other rice field areas around Canggu, around Ubud. As I said, just drive around, ask your driver, and also some of the places I will try to list also in our guide, and you can go and have those beautiful experiences as well. But what I wanted to say is that you can also in Canggu area go to these amazing cafes like Cloud9, like Avocado, healthy food, organic food, and you're sipping, having lunch and overlooking the green rice paddy fields. Even literally you're touching your field to the rice paddy fields. Also about this point, rice paddy fields, I want to say that when you go, you will see sometimes farmers sowing, rice. You will not be able to talk to them, but try to interact with them, give them some whatever you have, small gifts if you can, some tips, $1 or $2 goes long way, because they are poorest of the poorest people, and every single help is a help to those people. So give them, maybe sow rice with them, just have fun, and you will see it will become an experience in itself. Next point is the sunsets, one of my favorite thing to do in Bali. So sunset, I would say again why I recommended those areas, because they're very efficient locations which I recommended. So in Canggu itself there is Berava Beach. Go to Berava Beach for sunset or even sunrise. Sunset of course is incredible there. Of course you cannot have sunset and sunrise in the same beach, which I agree, but I was going there for sunrise time and meditating and all that, very peaceful, people jogging, surfers surfing, beautiful environment. But also you can go for incredible sunset. Berava Beach, when you fall into it, walk to the right hand side, lots of beach shacks, just sit down in any of them, very cheap drinks, enjoy the sun melting down into the ocean. Also sunset, really incredible. One of my favorite is Uluwatu area. Go to Single Fin, enjoy amazing cocktails, and because you're really high up, look at my photos, and you were looking at the ocean, again amazing. Single Fin, slightly pricey, not too pricey, but there are also other bars if you want to go and sit in other bars as well with the same view. Another one of my favorite place is, for example, is called The Lawn in Batubulan Beach, and there they make amazing cocktails, and then there is a swimming pool overlooking the ocean, so you're dipping into the swimming pool, sipping cocktails, watching the sunset. I don't know, I don't think I need to say anything more about those experiences. So those are the things, definitely do it. Also again, I have listed in my guide for more details, just have a look. Next point is the beaches. So of course you're going to Bali keeping in mind that, oh, paradise beaches, amazing beaches, something like that, but you need to be careful where you go. So as I said, the Canggu or Seminyak beach, not so clean, so be prepared, not so clean, but not too bad, I would say. Especially Berava Beach, I find it pretty good, pretty okay. Batubulan Beach also okay, I would say. But the best beaches are in the Bukit, is called the Bukit area, which is south of Bali. And for example, Padang Beach, crowded but very nice. Joseph Beach, one of my favorite, used to be a pristine beach. Now there are beach shacks, sunbeds, lots of warung, so you can sit down. Joseph Beach. Also Uluwatu Beach, which is you go to Single Fin, for example, park the bike or the car and just follow the steps down, and depending on the level of the tide, on the left hand side you will see like a hole. You would see people going in, and you have to go through the hole if the water is not so high, and then you will land into a beautiful beach. Again, see my photos, you will definitely love it if you can access the beach with the water level. So similar like that, there are many beautiful beaches. Also there are one or two other beaches I will list in the guide. Also, one more wild style: no cafes, no restaurants, no sunbeds. If you want a bit pure, pristine, wild beach, it's called Nyang Nyang Beach. Again, I will put the location. Amazing place to visit. So Bali has a lot of beaches, but many people don't know where to go. Also, Nusa Dua Beach, very nice beach as well, I have to say. Also, neighboring islands, which I will come, also has the amazing beaches, but please wait until that point. Next point is the amazing delicious dinners. Now, dinners in Bali, you can have a gala buffet to small authentic little restaurant and really boutique restaurants, you know, which with so much of character of the food, how it is presented, character of the ambience, and also, as I said, very healthy, sometimes organic, and you can sit inside rice fields, inside the forest, beside a waterfall. Yes, there is a restaurant I know overlooking the waterfall even, and also beside the rivers. Of course, ocean view on the beach in Jimbaran, but not the main Jimbaran. I will again put the right location, which is the non-touristy one, where you literally sit on the beach and no tourist traps, because there are, be careful, is grilled fish, fresh ones. Oh, it's just amazing. And also obviously the sunset along with that. So dining experience, the list goes on and on and on. I can talk for half an hour because I love good food and authentic food, and also the dishes ranges from vegetarian, non-vegetarian, vegan, satays, you name it, fish, everything. And again, I have listed many places which are some of them are my favorite and well researched, tried and tested. So have a look at my guide. Next point is the infinity pools. Bali is famous for infinity pools all around. So you can go, one of my strategies is, if you are not staying in a hotel which doesn't have its infinity pool, usually, for example, if you join our small groups, we usually stay in a place with the infinity pool overlooking the forest and all that. But in case if not, no worries. There are many places which we even go regardless of where we are staying, is infinity pools on the cliff, or again inside the jungle, or with the rice field views overlooking the ocean. All different kinds, and there is lots of choices. One of my favorite is, for example, the Blue Point in Uluwatu. The cliff, also amazing place. Another one called El Cabron, a very upmarket place. We were just sitting and overlooking this endless ocean, the sunset, and really just sitting. I was sipping a bit of cocktail as well, but it was relaxation, believe me, not for the body, but it was for my deep inner soul healing experience. When you just see that sunset and with that view, it's amazing detox of your mind as well. I promise you will love it. Next point is Balinese spa. So Bali has plethora of spas and wellness places, and they're like in every street. But my word of warning is that you go to slightly higher standard ones, pay a bit more, about $30, I would say, more or less $20 even, and you can get very good quality. Sometimes you can get, it depends on the locations, you can have spas overlooking the ocean, overlooking the beach, or even a beautiful garden, honestly speaking. But definitely go. My travel groups usually get addicted. I had a girls group, they on their free day, they were going 2 times a day even to those spa, because it's really, imagine working on the laptop or the desktop and this stiff shoulders, it just relaxes you so much. It's unbelievable, really. We all get addicted to it for sure. Next point is adventure. Now the thing is that what I do with my travel groups is that we kind of meditate through adventure. Let me explain what I mean, meditate through adventure. Basically, we push our travel groups to go beyond their comfort zone and build that when they do it, they build immense confidence. So I will give an example. So I had this group, and they were all professionals. I think she was in working with Citibank corporate, basically all corporate, a lot of corporate people come to our groups, and we took them to a waterfall deep inside the jungle. It was pouring rain in Lombok, and then we had to go through motorbike about 10-12 minutes through the muddy, slippery, over the rocks. There was like a broken path through the jungle to reach the waterfall. It was like a, how do you call it, the rally race kind of things, and very slippery. You know, somehow we escaped not to fall down, and we reached the waterfall. And then we had to go down through the rocks and steps, and then reach the beautiful waterfall. But after that, I saw some of them, you know, like really pushing. Usually they will not do back in Europe those kind of things back home, those kind of risky things. Because they did it, it was a dose of adrenaline, and after that they were feeling so confident that yes, I did it. So I highly recommend you do the same as well. Go for an adventure, go for Mount Batur climb, for example. You need to be a bit active for it, but push yourself, you will love it. Also rafting, there will be a lot of tourists. It's easy thing to do, but it's something great fun for the whole day as well. Also there are a lot of adventures in Lombok, in Nusa Penida. In Nusa Penida also, I will come back to it, but a lot of adventure possibilities, walking down the cliffs to those pristine, amazing, crystal clear beaches, all different kind of things. But push yourself to go for an adventure, and you will feel so much confidence, you will see. And also if you are going with a group of people, it's an incredible experience to you know, do the hardship together. So definitely recommended to do some adventure in this beautiful island. Next point is transport and logistics. So how to move around. So as I said, Bali has become, many parts have become very crowded, and the roads are small, so always crowded. A lot of tourists as well, and locals as well, because economically Bali is doing pretty well. So that's why many people come and live in Bali from Java and surrounding islands. But if you want to move north and south of Bali, also you will face a lot of traffic as well. Now what I wanted to say is that it's good to hire a car, a minivan, and definitely get in touch with a travel company, or you can get in touch with us. We would be very happy to organize whatever you need, my team, us, and especially if you like authentic travel experiences. It is wise to have a scooter as well, and keep a balance of scooter and car. So few days maybe you want to do with the scooter some local areas, and the far away ones you do the whole day program in your car with the drivers. And also sometimes if you want, you can even hire a guide as well if you want to go deep into the culture. So definitely recommended to get in touch with a travel company who specializes not just touristy usual stuff, but authentic, off the beaten track travel experiences as well, if that's what you are looking for. Next point is bargain and bartering, which is just normal in Bali and in the whole of Asia, India, Thailand, Cambodia. This is just normal in Vietnam, everywhere. You have to, when you're in market, Ubud market, Sanur market, Sukhavati market, anywhere you go, you have to bargain, or some people call it bartering. So 50% or even lower, and then slightly go up. That's the usual strategy. But again, sometimes, you know, it depends. You have to judge yourself. But, you know, try something like that and you will be able to see. And do not buy from the first time. Just go to the next shop or next place. It is more or less the same things you will find everywhere. But yes, if you're going to the boutique shops, boutique kind of like showrooms, then yes, you can ask always for discount if possible, but obviously these kind of things don't work because these are proper professional places. But Bali is a place for unbelievable, trendy, fashionable home decor, clothing, all different kind of things. Is just unbelievable, really. I love the art in Bali. And now my favorite point is the surrounding islands. Okay, sun is almost setting, so I need to hurry up. So surrounding islands of Bali, which is Gili Island, so Gili Trawangan, Gili Air. Now Gili Meno, not so much, I don't recommend so much. Gili Air, very cool, chill out, I mean more peaceful and less crowded. Gili Trawangan, a bit more crowded, but very, very laid back and lounge kind of atmosphere. Some of the beaches where you land would be dirty, so I don't recommend. I recommend to the other side, to the sunset side, much cleaner beaches, very nice. Go with your cycle because that's the only way to go around, and you will love it. Incredible sunsets, relaxing, just chilling out, amazing islands to just chill out, and also snorkeling. Even though the reefs have been broken, so they are not so interesting, but it's good to go for a one-day snorkeling trip. Also, Lombok. Lombok is huge, one of my favorite, but there is a minus there as well, but I will just explain to you. But Lombok, if you're looking for jungles, also waterfalls, again Lombok is a Muslim island, but people are very authentic, like, you know, non-touristy, I would say, and really they are heartwarming people, very, very nice people as well, and incredible beaches south of Lombok, unbelievable beaches, really blue turquoise waters. But one minus of Lombok is this huge, massive, so it does take a lot of time to go from one point to another. In Lombok, we actually, even from Lombok, we take you to tiny little islands where you feel like Robinson Crusoe, secluded islands, an island the size of, I don't know, like this patch, like from there to here, that's all, something like that. So you can choose, of course, if that's what you want. If you have more time, you can go to Lombok. But one of my favorite is not Nusa Lembongan and all those things. Do not go, no need. If you are short of time, go to Nusa Penida. At least just do Bali and Nusa Penida, still is good enough, or Bali and Gili still is good enough. Gili, I would say 2 nights is more than enough. Nusa Penida, the biggest mistake people do is go for a day trip. Do not do, I beg you, literally, I beg you not to go for a day trip. At least stay 2 nights, 3 nights. You will love it. Why you will love it? The cliffs, the crystal clear water, the beaches, the incredible reef underwater, underwater life, ancient culture. People are, it's like Bali. People say Bali 40 years back, like people are still very authentic. In Bali also there are a lot of regions we felt the same still, that the real Balinese, you know, the nicest people you will meet, kindest people you will meet, and this is what Nusa Penida is famous for. But also those cliffs, those natural formations are just out of this world. But as I said, do stay minimum 2 or 3 nights there, and it would be an amazing experience. The last point, of course, to conclude before we go into the scams and what you need to be aware of, is, sorry, I'm looking at my notes because I'm highly dyslexic, so I tend to jumble up very quickly, so I didn't want to confuse you, that's why. So the last point which I want to say is that the more you go out of the crowded places, which I said at the beginning of this talk, is the more chances of having this authentic, beautiful, heart-touching experiences with locals, with nature, and to see real Bali, the piece of paradise, blend of culture, nature, adventure, everything in one place. Now, the most important one is the scams and how to avoid them, how to react, basically. So one of the famous one is the airport taxi scam. So when you land in Bali, you will be hassled like hell to get a taxi with them. You must, and I really beg you not to spoil your first experience of Bali. Please organize a pickup already from your villa or from your hotel, wherever you are staying. Even a small guest house, they will always offer airport pickup. Please do that so that you have peace of mind and you are not already confronting negative experiences. You know what I mean? And this is, I'm talking about lots of people I have met and they made this mistake. Next scam is money exchange. Money exchange, there are a lot of these money exchange points which are in a narrow alleyway, or I call it counter within a counter, which is like inside a small shop, another tiny shop, or a guy just doing. Do not go there. And sometimes they show very high rates, unusual rates. Do not, means it is a scam. Only go to those big glass doors. It's written nicely, authorized money exchange, massive, basically massive shop, and professional. That's all they do is money exchange, nothing more than that, and very safe. But do count your money. It's easy to get confused with all the zeros in Indonesia, but please do count your money and just ask them to put the 100 bills. For example, you will have, I don't know, 100 of them, 500 of them. Ask them to put it in the machine and they will just put it. They're very honest people because they are authorized places. So do not get scammed with those money exchange places in those narrow alleyways. Next one is scooter and the police, hiring scooter and police. A lot of people say, oh, I was scammed, you know, panic attack and bad experience with the police. I think you do not need to worry so much, because especially in those small streets of Canggu, I was staying so many months, in Uluwatu so many months, no problem, there are no police. Only police is in the big roads. Even in Uluwatu, just outside of Uluwatu, there was police. They stopped me. And also in Sanur, I had to give some tips, and this is what they're looking for. So give 50 to 100 and just say, I don't have more money. You can check, and do not show your big bundle of money. Keep it hidden somewhere in other pockets, and just negotiate. And they will try to create the panic and make you afraid to come to the police station or to the court. Do not worry, they will not take you, and they are just trying to make you afraid. Max give 100 more, max give 200. That's the max, no more than that. They will ask you for 1 million, 2 million, all different kind of things. Do not, just start with 50 or 100 and say, I know, my friend also had, this is what the other police took and they were happy, so please take it and let me go. And it will be fine, trust me. And do not panic. The more you panic, the more they will get the opportunity. That's the key. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. And the last scam, one of the scams is taxi scam. Especially in crowded areas, the taxis, they make a lot of scam, which I usually have heard in Seminyak and Kuta, those kind of areas, because I met a lot of travelers. Usually, as I said, our travel groups never stay in those areas, but I have met many travelers where the taxi drivers scammed them and engaged them in some conversation, and on the other side their phones got stolen, their valuables got stolen. This just got pickpocketed basically, and they did not even realize until they went to the hotel. So these kind of scams always happen. So one solution is take the Bluebird taxi, the most reliable and the best, basically Bluebird. But there are a lot of other blue taxis, are not necessarily they are Bluebird, so be careful. And just organize even a car for the whole day, as I said. So yeah, sun is setting, I really need to speed up. What I wanted to conclude is thank you so much for watching this video, and hope this video was helpful, and hope it gave value to you, and it will help you to create that authentic experience, travel experience, when you're visiting first time to Bali. And if you don't want to do research and bother with all those things, sometimes I've met people who end up spending a lot of money and still they wanted to do it on their own. So it's wise to sometimes join a small group like ours. And yes, I welcome you to once try these small groups, because it's just full of intensive cultural holidays, those nature experience, jungle experience, adventure, trekking together, and meeting those like-minded people who also like those only authentic travel experiences, who also don't like touristy experiences, also who love to have tons of fun all the time, and dine in amazing places, and make friends for life, literally, you know, and also detox your body, detox your mind from work, because all you're thinking is that adventure, is that, you know, those cultural experiences which we are doing, going to the temples, watching the temple ceremony, trying to understand those ancient philosophy, learn from the ancient philosophy to calm yourself down, practice meditation every single morning little bit. This is what we do in those 2 weeks holidays to Bali. We do actually Bali, Gili, Nusa Penida. This is our newest holidays, newest tours which we are doing, and if you are interested, please just get in touch and we would be very happy to help you. And please join our Facebook group where you would be able to meet other like-minded people, and it's amazing to share your experiences with others. So definitely join our Facebook group as well. So take care.